going on world, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going over the washing line method. It's the basic fundamentals on how to do this fishing tactic, and yeah, you can take it to anywhere and just apply these same rules and yeah, catch fish on the washing line method. All you really need to do this is a bank stick and an elastic band, any sort of variant of that. I've got a distance stick and a hairband. So yeah, just come round onto this island, and I'm basically going to be casting across the other side of this little pond and setting up a washing line there on the inlet basically. So first stage is to cast just the bare lead across without a rig on, and then we're going to walk round and get the pole in place, and then yeah, go from there. So stage one. Boom, so just cast over, just the lead on its own. And yeah, just cast 2-3 foot further than I needed to, and yeah, now I've got the line running in the air above the water. Going to get a bite alarm in place. Should have done that a minute ago, but I'm going to quickly do that now, and then we're going to go around the other side, get the rig in place. Here we go then, this is us around the other side. So we're using a distance stick today, and I've got a hairband coiled up on the top there, and then here's our rig. Boom. Right, being quite quiet. This is obviously where we've overcast. So find your lead line, make sure everything's not tangled, and then yeah, this is just a distance stick, and I've just put a hairband round the top, doubled it. Yeah, the line is basically going to get doubled up and put under here, so I'll show you that now. So yeah, you want your pole in a nice strong spot. There we go. So yeah, you want a really nice tough spot for the pole, because when you get a bite you don't want the pole pulling out or anything like that, you just want the line to pull straight through. So yeah, now we'll find our line. Boom. So the first thing I'm going to do is basically just sort of test how much line we've got out, so I know roughly where I want to be. Boom. And then I'm just sort of imagining now tightening the line up. So it's literally about the perfect amount, but I've got a loose clutch on that end, so I can pull if I need any more excess line, and if it's too much line you can just let it be slack on the surface, because we're going to go and tighten it up after anyway. So yeah, key to a lot of this more technical fishing is about just preparation, trying to think one step ahead and trying to test everything, make sure you've got everything prepared. So yeah, I'm just going to double check we're not snagged up. So I'm looking over, I can see with my eyes this gravel spot. I know roughly where I want to be. You can see the bottom, it's about 3 foot. Just going to swing that out gently, boom, perfect. And then without pulling, obviously we don't want to move the lead now it's in place, I'm just going to sort of put my leader where I want it, sinking that leader on the floor. Now I'm coming over to the pole end. So what I'm doing here now, this isn't just fishing line, this is 60-pound softcore, like a braided leader basically. I've got about 6 foot of that, so it's really tough stuff. It's not just like cheap line, so this might look a little bit silly, but I'll assure you it's all very strong. That's getting doubled up under there, creating a small loop, and then I'm going to put a little bit of foliage doubled up in there as well. Yeah, so that's now everything in position. So we're going to go back round to the rod and tighten up the line, and that's going to make this piece really tight down to this anchor position, and then this is really slack from here into the water. This is 60-pound softcore braid. Like I said, you need to be prepared for this sort of fishing, so that's never going to have any damage to it. And when you get a bite, this bit gets pulled up tight and it sort of snatches to, the grass snaps, everything goes slack, and you've got a fish on. So there's only one more process left to do. That's to find me pop up, sprinkle a little bit of boilie crumb. And yeah, it's really interesting fishing because you can sort of fish the back of your spot. Usually you'd have your line running through here, And yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. So there's no line in the water apart from this little bit down to the lead, and that's now fishing. So yeah, we are back round the other side now. So what we're gonna do, gently tighten the line up. It's already out of the water, that is. Gonna tighten the clutch up as well. And literally the last process, put the bobbin on, and you want that slammed right up against the buzzer like that. Like I said, when you get a bite, this is just going to be a pure drop back. All the line's going to go on the surface of the water, it's all going to go slack. There we go, and we're on. There we go, there's the washing line set up. As you can see, we've got the rod in position here. It's set up nice and high so the line sort of runs across the surface of the water, no problem. Yeah, it's not touching the water, the braid's nice and tight all the way down to our anchor point, and then that line's going nice and slack into the water. So yeah, we're going to leave the rod out for a little bit, not going to give it too long. There are some carp in here, like I said, they come in and out naturally off the river, so nothing massive, but hopefully we can catch a little wildie or something like that. Yeah, there's the washing line method. You can use these principles, take it into anywhere really. It's helpful if you've got someone with you, like a buddy you can do it with. You can cast across to each other and help each other out that way. And yeah, I wouldn't sort of just start doing this at day tickets. If you're on your own at a day ticket, I wouldn't just start doing it if you don't know the rules or you don't know the people there. It's a bit sort of like a bit of a specialist method. You need to practice it somewhere without catching a fish. You know, just set it up, make sure it all looks good and it is right before you take it and use it into a fishing situation. So you can do something like I've done today, go somewhere, just set it up, have a look at it, understand the principles. Yeah, it is really interesting when you get a bite. Like I said, the bobbin will sort of slam against the alarm and it will go boom, you just get a drop back, all the line goes slack and it's just sort of all snaking across the surface and it's fish on basically. You've got to pick up the rod, wind down into it and you'll have a fish on. Yeah, it's a real intimate way of fishing. Obviously there's a lot of hand placing rigs and things like that, so I've used it a lot in the last few years and I've had some real nice fish doing the method. So try it out in your own fishing. We're going to see if I have a fish off this rod in the next few hours. If not, I'll show you what a bite looks like for the sake of it. And yeah, if not, subscribe to the channel for more fishing tips and I'll see you in the next one.